Palm Springs Stadium, we welcome you here for another day of PSCL action. Welcome on in, everybody. I'm Stephen Buxton joining you, and this should be a good one. It's the 7-4 Chill taking on the 10-1 Lumberjacks. Lumberjacks no longer the undefeated Titan at the top of the leaderboard. They're still at number 1, but there's no longer a 0 in that loss column. They got taken down yesterday by the Bombers. First pitch for Zach Bernston is upstairs too high for Cameron Washington. This is what the Chill lineup looks like today. Cameron Washington leading off, then Matt Radonia, Noah McCarty batting third, and Shane Flynn will clean it up. Connor Freeze and Daniel Batista, Indio Pavia Picault, the middle of that lineup. As ball 2 is outside, it's 2-0. Then they'll turn it over to Cameron Buck, Brett Casse, and the bottom of the lineup with Everett Babcock. It's a Chill lineup that has been really productive lately. 4-3 at home, 3-1 road record. So today the Road Warriors trying to make it 2 in a row in the loss column for the Jacks. And this is a Chill team that has heated up lately. Coached by Zach Phillips, they have won 5 in a row, 7-4 to start the season. And the 2-1 pitch is fouled off. It's a 2-2 count for Cameron Washington. 5 in a row, the longest win streak of any PSCL team so far. Here in game number 1 at the stadium today. After this, we'll have Coyotes and Grizzly just about half an hour after. North Stars and Bootleggers currently playing on the backfield. We'll give you some updates as we go. 2-2 pitch outside, and the first batter's gone full. For Zach Bernston out of Biola, he's been one of the top arms in this Jacks rotation, and really one of the top arms in the league. One of only a handful of pitchers to still have a 0 ERA, and it's because of that right there. A swing and a miss at the fastball. First batter of the day goes down on strikes. First time facing the Chill, he's gone against the Blue Sox, Haymakers, and North Stars. Last time out, it was 4 innings of shutout work. He's only allowed 1 run this season, but that was unearned. He struck out 5, walked 1. That was just 4 days ago. In an 11-3 win against the Blue Sox. Now it's Matt Radonia with 1 out. First pitch, a fastball at the top of the zone, strike 1. Oh, and 1 pitch outside. Out of Palomar College, really a utility player, primarily a outfielder, today playing left. Matt Radonia has been awesome this season. A .591 batting average, a OPS a shade over 1,400. And the 1-1 pitch, he goes the other way into right field. Tracking back on that is Frank Estrada, and we've got 2 outs. 2 outs, and Noah McCarty just trying to keep this inning alive. Playing second base for the Blue Sox, or for the Chill today. And he's been one of the guys who's been really a staple in the top of this lineup. Out of Thomas More University, batting over 300, getting on at a 500 clip. Right now he's ahead 1-0. Hits in back-to-back games. He's got hits in 4 of his last 5. He's driven in 4 this season. 1-0 pitch. Lined in. That's foul and out of play. One and 1 pitch. Up high, it's 2-1. It's the old guard against really a cast of new characters. The Chill last season, managed by Casey Keller, They're following the leadership of Zach Phillips this year, his first season as the power pitching coach and first season coaching with the PSCL. Going up against a guy who's been a stalwart in this league. Sam DiMattio's been here since day one, and he's the winningest manager in PSCL history. He's won 5 of the 8 championships, and right now primed to give it a run at number 9. 3-1 pitch to Noah McCarty. In the air, out to center field. Coming in on that is Troy Johnson, and he'll collect the third out. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Zach Bernstein. No score. We're going to the bottom of the first here at Palm Springs Stadium. Noah Hargrove, the former PSCL All-Star, is going to start us out on the mound for the Chill. Going against Troy Johnson in this Jacks lineup that's been so potent this season. Johnson leading off, Jose Rodriguez batting second, Barsness at third. Garcia's going to clean it up. After that, it's Aaron Raposa, Frank Estrada, Elijah Wyatt, and the bottom three are Carlos Guzman, Nicolo DeSimone, and Bo Carr. First pitch, a called strike against Troy Johnson, who has absolutely, along with pretty much everyone in this Jacks lineup, just torn up the PSCL so far. As a leadoff hitter, batting just under 500 at 476, but he's behind 0-2 right now. Getting on 571 and a 619 slug with an OPS just under 1,200. 0-2 pitch. Fought it off, and we'll do it again. For Troy Johnson, he's got hits in 3 of his last 4 games. He's cooled off a tiny bit after a torrent start to the season. Had a couple 3-hit games in there. Right now he's behind 0-2 to Hargrove. Goes sidearm with it and fires ball 1. One and 2 pitch. In there, out to left field. Coming in on that is Radonia, and we've got 1 out. We're on the cusp of history here so far. Troy Johnson's been out to the PSCL a couple times, and with one more hit, he can become the all-time hits leader for the Power Summer Collegiate League. So we're on watch for that, but right now he's going to have to wait till his next at-bat. It's Jose Rodriguez now. Hargrove going out of that slide step, kicks and fires, and gets strike one. For those of you who haven't watched Noah Hargrove before, it's a lot of different looks that he'll give you. He's going to go over the top a handful of times. He'll go all the way down under with that submarine action, and he'll throw every arm angle in the book at you. He'll give you different timings, and he's got 4 or 5 different pitches that he'll throw. And right now he's ahead 0-2. Hargrove goes over the top, dials it up to 80, but that one's a ball. It's been a hit or miss start to the season. His best start was against the Haymakers on the backfield on the 12th. Went 5 innings, allowed just 2 earned runs. That one slapped on the ground to short. Pavia is going to throw down to first. And 2 up, 2 down for the Jacks. So that start against the Haymakers was his best so far this summer. This is his 5th appearance. It's his 2nd start. But right now coming off of 5 innings of relief against the Grizzly. Allowed 5 earned runs. Trying to get back on the saddle here. He's got Tyler Barsness, who watches ball 1. Out of Bethany College, looking to transfer. He played in the uncommitted game just a couple of days ago. Hargrove behind 1-0. Fires a breaking ball for called strike 1. "15 strikeouts on the season in 13 innings. Hargrove working quickly here. 1-1 pitch. Popped up in there. Out to center field. Cameron Washington settles under that, and 1-2-3 down go both sides. We're through 1. We'll be right back in Palm Springs. No score. Top of the second in Palm Springs, Chill and the Lumberjacks. Welcome back, everybody. Game 1 of the PSCL Stadium games today. No score so far. Both sides 1-3 up, 3 down. Zach Bernstein back on the mound, taking on Shane Flynn, Connor Freeze, and Adonal Baptista. First 3 due up for Zach Phillips' squad that, again, has been absolutely scorching hot lately. 7-4 on the season after a 2-4 start. They've won 5 in a row. First pitch up high to Shane Flynn. Out of Irvine Valley College, the backstop today has been their primary catchers so far, and for good reason, can't really take this bat out of the lineup. Invaluable resource here as you've got a guy who plays good defense. He's ahead 2-0 and has a batting average over 450. He's slugging over 1,200, or he's got an OPS over 1,200, and a handful of extra base hits, and he's just been a hitting machine so far. And he's ahead 3-0. I think that coaches love about him, he doesn't strike out at all, really. Just 3 strikeouts and 24 at-bats so far. And right now, he's in the driver's seat. 3-0 pitch. Called strike 1. The Jacks have been the toughest team to crack so far this season. They've got the best ERA in the league. They've got the best offense in the league. And the 3-1 pitch misses, so 5-pitch walk for Shane Flynn, the first base runner of the day for either team. And a big part of that is the amount of starting pitching they have. They've got 4 or 5 guys that Sam D'Amato really can trust, and specifically Zach Bernstein here, who came into the day sporting a 0 ERA, and there's going to be a courtesy runner for Shane Flynn. It's number 10. And that is Jackson Watkins. So Connor Freeze watches strike 2. Or strike 1, apologies. So 0-1 count. Freeze playing third base today. Out of McKendree University, watches ball 1. Hasn't had a hit in a couple games. Last one was on the 19th against the Haymakers. Has gotten on base, though. Riding a 3-game on base streak. Couple walks and back-to-back appearances. Last time up was against the Bootleggers. Had a walk and 2 at-bats. He's waiting for his 1-2 pitch. Bernstein's going to check down to first. But to no avail. Watkins was right there. 6 foot, 210-pound third baseman out of McKendree. Got some pop here. But watches ball 2. 2-2 count, no score. Still no hits on the board for either team. Early on in the game, though, just top of the second. As Bernstein's got Jackson Watkins right in the back of his mind. Already 3 times he's checked down there. 2-2 pitch. Freeze watches the count fill up. Couple 3-ball counts to start this inning. Already the 4th of the game for Chill batters. Payoff pitch from Bernstein. Runner goes. The pitch is out of the zone, so the throw down doesn't even matter. Just back-to-back walks to start the inning. So 2 on and nobody out for Adonal Baptista. Baptista playing right field today. He's played all over the outfield for the Chill, but he's a guy who seems to be more of a question of where he's hitting in the lineup. He's hit all the way down to 8th, and he's been up near the top at 1, 2, or 3 a handful of times. Today, he's their 6th batter. .375 batting average coming into today's contest. Hits in 6 straight games. Started off hitless in his first couple outings and has not put up a 0 since. Both runners go. Throw down to third is perfectly timed to nail Jackson Watkins. So the double steal doesn't work. The lead runner gets gunned down. Nice throw by Garcia. And we've got a 1-2 count for Adano Baptista. Two and two now, just 1 out, though, in the second inning. Is a chance for the Chill to break it open. Baptista, the outfielder out of Ranger College, had his freshman season there. Looking to drive in a run. 2 and 2, swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Bernston. And all of a sudden, after the double steal and the strikeout 2 pitches later, he's got himself 1 out away from another 0 on the board. Had runners on first and second with nobody out. And he's ahead of Pavia Picot, 0-1. Indio Pavia Picot, the shortstop today, batting 7th. Watches the 0-1 pitch outside. It's 1-1. Pavia out of Irvine Valley College has not got it going with the bats so far. Still looking to get on track. He's ahead 2-1 here. Had a couple hits a couple days ago. That was against the Bootleggers on the 21st. Went 2 for 4, had 3 RBIs. But that was his first hit since the first day of the season. On the ground to short, that's under the glove of Raposa and into left field. They're giving the wave to Connor Freeze. He'll score. It's 1-0 Chill. An error scores India Pavia Picot on a ground ball that got right under the glove of Raposa. So a runner on first now for Cameron Buck. Slaps it on the ground and under the glove of Barsness into left field. Pavia's going to third, sliding in and safe. A 2-out single for Cameron Buck. He's on second after the throw, and the Chill are in business. 2 runners in scoring position now for Brett Cosse. Update on the backfield, 3-1 North Stars on top of the Bootleggers in the top of the 4th. First pitch from Bernston. Strike 1. Brett Cosse out of Central Christian College of Kansas has had a tough season with the bat, has been the regular first baseman, though, for these Chill, but is behind 0-2. 9 strikeouts on the season, hasn't had a game where, or has only had 1 game where he hasn't. Right now he's in danger, though. Swing and a miss. So Zach Bernstein strikes out a pair, but 1 run scores. He strands 2. It's 1-0 Chill going to the bottom of the second. Noah Hargrove working with the lead here in the bottom of the second. 1-0 Chill on top of the Jacks. That 1 run still unearned, though, for the purposes of Zach Bernstein's line. It was an error that allowed Indio Pavia Picote to reach and score Connor Freeze. So 1-0, but an unearned run. Just 1 hit between both teams. 0-1 to Dylan Garcia. The slider from Hargrove misses upstairs. It's 1-1. Hargrove's a fun watch, though. He'll give you the different arm angles. He'll give you different timings. A handful of different pitches. But he always works quickly. That one on the ground is short. Pavia throws it over, and we've got 1 down in the second. Played on the Grizzly last season. Again, another team under new coaching. They weren't under Coach Castro last season. They were with Kobe Wall at the helm. Hargrove was one of the top arms on that team. Again, voted into the PSCL All-Star game. Played against the Power on July 4th. Liner in the air into center field. That's going to land in front of Washington. So 1 out hit puts a runner on board for the Jacks. Aaron Raposa's first of the day. Moves to the line to Frank Estrada. But this is a matchup that Hargrove likes here. It's a guy who hits for a lot of contact in Frank Estrada, and Hargrove gets ground balls just about as high of a rate as anyone in the league. First pitch on the black, strike 1. Estrada out of Fullerton Junior College has been a standout for a couple Jacks teams in the last couple of years. But this season, continuing the trend, 321 batting average, a 375 on base, slugging 462, and OPS just under 900. Tagged in there over to center field. Washington steps over, and we've got 2 outs. And even when it's been hit or miss for Hargrove, when he's on, he gets quick outs, he gets quick innings, and he can give this Chill team a lot of bulk if it's going as it has in his good outings. He's usually able to work really quickly and just keep that pitch count low, and it's a really good attribute for a Chill bullpen that can use a day or two of rest. Before we see the first pitch, he'll step off, but Aaron Raposa wasn't even more than 5 feet from first. Elijah Wyatt watches strike one. Out of College of the Desert, he and Ben Wade have been teammates for the last year under their skipper, Sam DiMatteo. 0-1 pitch. Runner going, throw down to second's a good one. And right on the money, they got him. Aaron Raposa gunned down. Already the second runner thrown out trying to steal. This the first for the Chill. 1-0 the score. Chill going back up to hit. It'll be 10-1 and 2 for the top of the third. Top three at Palm Springs Stadium, 1-0 Chill on top of the Jacks. Everett Babcock leading it off. It'll be Babcock, Washington, and Rodonia. Still going against Zach Bernston. First pitch for Bernston, outside, ball one. It was an uncharacteristically long inning against Bernston last time. 6 batters came to the plate, 1 scored. Again, that 1 run on an error, though. And it's 1-1 after the foul tip. Babcock, the 10th batter of the lineup and the DH today. Out of Knox College, a freshman, does catch as well. But with how Shane Flynn has been going, you almost just don't want to change things up behind the plate, and it showed last inning. A perfect throw down to second to put Noah McCarty in the absolutely picture-perfect spot to gun down Aaron Raposa to end the inning. An absolute seed out of the hand of Shane Flynn. 2-1 pitch. Called strike 2. So both backstops doing a little bit of help for their pitcher. But right now the Jacks just need to get back to the bat rack. And right now Babcock trying to prevent that. 2-2. Flares it foul. Babcock's playing time has been relatively limited, just 14 at-bats, 23 plate appearances. He's walked 9 times already, which in such limited use, I mean, that is a fantastic rate. 2 hits and 14 at-bats, an RBI, but gets rung up there. A fastball right down the heart of the plate, gets him looking. Babcock was looking for something else. So it'll move it over to the top of the lineup. Cameron Washington for his second time. Struck out to lead the game off. He's got one out and nobody on. First pitch. Slashes it the other way. It's fading foul. Oh and 1 on Washington. So the Jacks were the top dog in the PSCL all season long. They are still, but again, that no longer the undefeated track record. Yesterday taking their first loss after the Bombers took it to them 8-7. And if my memory is correct, I'm pretty sure they walked that off. Looking to my side for confirmation, and neither one is remotely helpful, especially Jack Glennon just laughing at me right now. So it's a 2-1 count for Cameron Washington. Matt Radonia on deck, one out here in the third. That one inside, it's 3-1. Washington struck out on a full count his first time up. It's a 3-1 pitch. Popped in there, out to the gap in center field. Johnson's running over, and he can't make the play. Ball is still moving around in the outfield. No one could get a handle of it, and Cameron Washington's in third with a triple. Johnson was on his horse trying to get that thing. It was in deep in the left center field gap. Got a glove on it, but looked like it just popped out and started rolling around on the ground. So a tough play to make there, and Cameron Washington taking advantage. Ground ball that shot up the middle. It's gloved at short. A spinning throw down to first. And Wyatt is not able to make the tag. An infield single for Matt Radonia drives in another run. It's 2-0 Chill. Another RBI for Matt Radonia. He's 1 for 2 today. And the first earned run on the line of Zach Bernston this season. Now it's Noah McCarty. First pitch, a called strike. McCarty, his first time up, flew out to center field. But right now, Zach Bernston hoping for a ground ball. 0-1. That one on the ground, but foul. Shane Flynn on deck. He walked to start the second inning. And looks like Zach Bernston just needed another ball, so he'll get that. Our home plate umpire going to step back into his position, and we're ready to go here. 0-2, one out, top of the third. Chill on top, 2-0 against the Lumberjacks. Runner goes, throw down to second's a good one, but it's just late. First successful stolen base of the day. So Radonia on second, McCarty at the dish with a 1-2 count. Cut on and missed. He goes down on strikes, and another punch out for Zach Bernston. 2 down in the third. Leaves it up to Shane Flynn. One of the best RBI guys on this team, just trying to add some insurance for his pitcher Hargrove. He's got a runner on second, but 2 outs. First pitch from Bernston at the top of the zone. Oh, 1 count, 2 outs. Bernston working quickly. Another fastball there, and that one strike 2. Bernston trying to just leave it at 1 run apiece the last 2 innings. He's 1 pitch away. 0-2. Off the plate. And it's 1-1, or 1-2. One and two, runner on second, and Matt Radonia. 2 outs, the pitch by Bernston, up high, and a nice job by Garcia popping out for that. Radonia's been moving around a bit at second. Not sure if he's gonna go, but he's at least getting in the fielder's mind. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So back-to-back strikeouts end the threat, but another run on the board for the Chill. It's 2-0 on top of the Jacks. We'll be right back for the bottom third. Two to nothing, Chill pulling away from the Jacks here in the third. Elijah Wyatt, Carlos Guzman, Nicolo DeSimone, the first 3 due up. Noah Hargrove working out of that kick step, fires in a slider for ball 1. Second time Elijah Wyatt's going to see Hargrove, but really still his first at bat. He had to go down after the second inning ended on a runner trying to steal second who was gunned down by Shane Flynn. So they're going to reset that bat, and Elijah Wyatt ahead 2-0 now. Nobody on, nobody out. And Hargrove with the 2-0 offering. Slapped on the ground, down to short. Gloved by Pavia, and he's able to make the play. Looked like he didn't get the best hop on that. He kind of almost got it on the heel and brought the glove up to his chest. It looked like there was a chance that he wasn't going to make the play, but a good job able to settle down, collect himself, and throw a strike down to first to retire the first batter. Just 1 hit on the board for the Jacks. That one, an Aaron Raposa single. Carlos Guzman, the 8th hitter of the game. First pitch from Hargrove. Just under the zone. Ball 1. Hargrove's a guy that when he's feeling it, when he's feeling good, you can just see it in the way he moves down the mound. That slider popped out of the hand. It's 2-0. And so far today, he's got that look, and he's been fantastic so far. 2-0 pitch. Above the zone, ball 3. Three and 0 pitch. Hargrove trying to get back in the count. 1 out. Strike 1. He's a guy who the team rallies around it. When he's having success, that chilled bench, that chilled dugout is absolutely fired up for the guy. 3-1 pitch here. Right on the zone, strike 2. So he's worked his way back in the count. Three and 2, Hargrove trying to work through this after falling behind 3-0. Loses him there, the slider out of the zone. A 6-pitch walk for Carlos Guzman. Just the second base runner of the day for the Jacks. Again, it's early. It's only through 2 1/3. But Nicolo Desimone trying to keep things going here. 9th batter of the day playing second base. First pitch out of the zone. Desimone out of Bemidji State, 6 foot, 180 pounds, a 300 hitter so far. Don't see a ton of Bemidji State products out here, or really west of Colorado. One of the best hockey schools in the country, the Bulldogs, playing the NCHC, a conference littered with hockey talent. North Dakota's in there, Arizona State, Denver, Colorado College, amongst many others. But Desimone trading the skates to get a pair of cleats on and go out on the diamond. Ahead 2-1. He's got a runner on first in Carlos Guzman. Hargrove's going to check back on him, but no throw. 2-1 pitch. Hargrove set and delivers. Popped up in the air out to left field. This should be easy for Adonia, who collects the second out. So we'll move it on to Bo Carr, the 10th hitter of the game. Carr, a two-way player, pitches as well. Out of Citrus College, he was one of the best arms on a loaded bootleggers staff last summer. First pitch with 2 outs, watches strike 1. And on the season, with the ball in his hand, he's been awesome. Coming off a tough outing against the Bombers yesterday, but a 1.86 ERA. Runner goes, throw down to second's a good one, and he almost got him again. Right on the money, but it popped out of McCarty's glove. So a great throw down to second by Shane Flynn. Completely led McCarty right into the runner, but again, the throw just popped out at the last second. So a runner on second now for Bo Carr. Still a 1-1 count. Hargrove taking a moment, looking back at second. Now gets the sign and ready to go. 1-1 pitch. Carr swings and misses. 1-2 now. Hargrove's not a guy who strikes out a ton of batters, but got a chance here. 1-2 above the zone. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second is Carlos Guzman. Hargrove delivers. Curveball below the zone, and the count's gone full. One of the most playoff implication-laden matchups you can find here. A couple teams at the top of the standings. The Chill right behind the Bombers for third place. The Lumberjacks leading the charge at 10-1. Chill trying to close the gap here. 3-2 pitch. Outside, and another walk. Second walk of the inning, third base runner of the day for the Jacks. And this is a team you don't want to extend innings for. Runners on first and second now for Troy Johnson, who is tied for the all-time lead in PSCL hits. He's not going to get it there. He gets hit by the first pitch. So he'll take first, and the base is loaded now against Noah Hargrove. Shane Flynn's going to take a moment to go talk to his righty. And whether this is any sort of scouting or any sort of real instruction by him, at bare minimum, it's a chance to give Hargrove a chance to breathe. He's been out there a little while and really just reset his mind. So Flynn pats him on the back, runs back to his spot, and we're ready to go now for Jose Rodriguez. Tyler Barsness on deck. Hargrove hoping he doesn't have to see him. First pitch. Popped up foul. That's going to go out of play and into the stands. 0-1. Hargrove already firing. Gets a sign and goes. 0-1 on the ground. Looper down to third base, and it gets under the glove of both Pavia and Freeze. Into the outfield, and 2 runs will score, and this game is tied. An error by the Chill defense ties this game at 2. So Rodriguez at first, Johnson at second, Guzman and Carr both score, and we're back to square one. First pitch to Tyler Barsness, called strike 1. Hargrove got 2 of the first 3 batters out, but the past 3 have all reached. He's got 2 on and is looking to limit the damage to just a pair. 0-1 pitch. Hargrove working deliberately. He's going to step off, and he's got him rung up. Throw down to down to third, and he's got him. So he catches Troy Johnson sleeping. Took way too big of a lead, and Hargrove able to take matters into his own hands. We're through 3. It's 2-2. Top of the fourth inning here in Palm Springs. We're about halfway home. 2-2 the score. Chill and the Jacks here. Chill going up to bat. It's Connor Freeze who's going to lead it off against Zach Bernston. 1 run in the second and third for the Chill. 2 in the bottom of the third for the Jacks. And we're all knotted up at 2. First pitch, a swing and a miss by Connor Freeze. It's 0-1. Freeze walked in his first at-bat and scored the first run of the day for either team. And watches that up and in. It's 1-1. But whether it's been as a DH, whether it's been as a third baseman, he's been a guy that Zach Phillips can just trust. And he's a guy who you don't want to see out of the lineup right now in the thick of it. Trying to put together a rally and put the Chill back on top. That one high in the sky above the plate. Turning around on that. Garcia, nice job tracking it through the sun, and we've got 1 down. It'll move it over to Daniel Baptista. 0 for 1 today, struck out in the second. So the first earned run of the season against Zach Bernston, scored in the third, but now he's back to square one. He's in line for a no decision. That one hit hard out to short. A nice play by Raposa, able to gun down Baptista. So 2 away here in the third, or in the fourth. Two down, 2-2 score, just 5 hits combined between the two teams. A couple of the best offenses in the PSCL so far. First pitch. Strike 1. Indio Pavia Picotto for 1, but did reach on an error. That error was the one that drove in Connor Freeze. 0-1. In the dirt and gets away from Garcia. It's 1-1. It's been a quick day for Zach Bernston so far. Pitch count's still very manageable. The 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bernston fires. And misses there. It's 3-1. Pavia Picot worked his way into a hitter's count. Lumberjacks have the day off tomorrow. That's before they face the North Stars on Friday. Chill will be going against the Bombers. 3-1 pitch, called strike. 3-2 now. Full count, 2 outs. Bernston trying to go 1-2-3. Chopper on the ground to short. Raposa throws down to first, and a nice play to end the inning. 3 batters come to the plate. A quick inning for Zach Bernston. 2-2 the score. Bottom 4 we come. Bottom four at Palm Springs Stadium, chilling the Jacks, facing off in a tie ball game. Noah Hargrove back on the bump. Facing off against the heart of this Jacks lineup. Tyler Barsness, Dylan Garcia, Aaron Raposa. 3, 4, and 5 due up. First pitch from Hargrove. Bends in for strike one. Tough last inning for Hargrove. 2 runs scored. None of them earned, though, on an error. 0-1 pitch. Out of the zone, 1-1. That error off the bat of Jose Rodriguez. It scored both Carlos Guzman and Bo Carr. One and one pitch. Drops in, but can't find the zone. It looked like it was good, and our TrackMan Strike Zone said it was right there, but it's ball 2. Hargrove already back at it, 2-1. Hit high in there above left field. Radonia drifts over, and we've got out number 1. These two teams have been so hot. They've been playing so well lately. They've just got a certain cadence to the game when they play, and right now that on full display. A lot of quick outs between the two. And aside from the 2 runs in the third and a pair of runs in the second and third for the Chill, nothing on the board for either. 4 runs combined off 2 of the hottest offenses this league has to offer. 1-0 to Dylan Garcia. Off the plate, 2-0. Just 1 out here in the 4th. Haymaker's looking for a big inning. Hargrove fires. Ball 3. The first couple innings, Hargrove was really leaning into every arm angle he's got. The last 2, he's been more over the top so far. Let's see what he does here. 3-0. Goes down, drops in the sidearm, but that pitch not in the zone. A 4-pitch walk for Dylan Garcia. Leads the way for Aaron Raposa. He's got a hit in his first at-bat. Was caught trying to steal second, though. That ended the inning. Hargrove looking for a ground ball. First pitch. Out of the zone, and he's missed again. Nine pitches this inning, just 7 of them, or just 2 of them have been strikes. 7 of them balls so far. 1-0 pitch. Hargrove deals, ball 2. He's missed with 6 in a row. Two-0 count, 1 out, runner on first, and Dylan Garcia. Hargrove's going to check back down to him, but to no avail. Garcia only a couple feet off the bag. Two-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3. 7 in a row from Hargrove. Not a ton of action in that Chill bullpen, but they do have a pitcher warming up, or getting ready to warm up right now. They don't have a catcher in a squat quite yet. Three-0 pitch. Misses for ball 4, so back-to-back 4-pitch walks out of the hand of Hargrove. Four walks on the day, all of them in the last 2 innings. And we're going to have a meeting on the mound right now. Again, there is a pitcher warming up. It's number 22 for the Chill. And as of now, we do not have that number on our roster, but we'll work to figure out who that is. Hargrove back on the mound, awaiting Frank Estrada. He's got one out and a couple ducks on the pond. Estrada trying to break the 2-2 tie. Hargrove set and deals. Slings in the first pitch, and it's a strike. First strike in his last 8 pitches for Hargrove. Again, 2 back-to-back 4-pitch walks. 1 to Garcia, 1 to Raposa. Just 2 hits on the day for the Jacks. Oh, and 1 pitch from Hargrove. Caught on and missed there. The high breaking ball fooled Frank Estrada. He's down 0-2. Would be a huge pitch here for Hargrove if he could retire Estrada. 0-2. Off the end of the bat, down the right side. Kosei tracking it down, and he'll take out number 2. So it turns out that Zach Thomason is the one warming up for the Chills, so one of the local products getting ready in a hurry, but right now Hargrove possibly a couple pitches away from getting out of this. Elijah Wyatt to the dish. Oh for 1, grounded out to short. First pitch from Hargrove. Catches the plate, it's 0-1. Third time he's been at the plate against Hargrove, just the second official plate appearance, and Hargrove's going to turn back and real close to potentially balking there. But they did not call it, so 0-1 pitch. Runners going, pop up. That's above the infield. And Pavia is calling everyone off. He'll take it, and we're through 4. Tie game here in Palm Springs. To the 5th we go, 2-2. Gavin Bernston back out to work here in the 5th inning, going against 8, 9, and 10 for the Chill. Cameron Buck, Brett Kosei, Everett Babcock, the first 3 do. 2-2 the score in a game that has been fantastic so far. A pitching duel up to this point. And the Chill trying to change that here. Nobody warming in the Jacks bullpen. Zach Bernston fires ball 1 above the plate. But for the Chill, they do have a pitcher warming up. It's Zach Thomason. Probably going to take over for Noah Hargrove next inning. But for right now, all the focus on Zach Bernston. Popped up behind the plate, but that's going to go out of play. 1-1 count for Cameron Buck. And folks, if you heard that, that was Jack Glennon jumping out of his seat thinking that a foul ball nowhere near us was coming into the booth.
Not true.
1-1 pitch. Bernston fires. Buck watches strike 2. Buck's got a single today. That was in the 2nd inning. Right now, he's got a chance to start a rally. Nobody on, nobody out. A big gap up the middle. Bernston's offering outside. Buck's the only one out of the bottom 3 in this lineup to reach base. Kosei and Babcock both struck out. Bernston trying to change that here. 2-2. On the corner, called strike 3. So another strikeout for Bernston. Buck retired, and now it's Brett Kosei. Kosei struck out on 3 pitches in the 2nd. That ended the inning. It's his 10th of the season. Bernston trying to work quickly here. Kosei flares it off the end of the bat, and that's out of play. 0-1 count. 1 out. Bernston gets another strike there. The high heat had Kosei just a tad late. 0-2 now. Bernston already set and firing. Kosei watches ball 1. One and 2, 1 out. Trying to work a quick inning. Kosei off the end of the bat, and that one going to go off the net. Still 1 and 2. One-two pitch, and Kosei goes down swinging. Second strikeout of the day, and the 11th on the season for Brett Kosei. Now it's Everett Babcock. Babcock 0 for 1, started out the 3rd with a strikeout. Here in the 5th. He pokes one out to left field, just behind the infield, and Raposa's going to catch that for out number 3. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Zach Bernston. And to the bottom of the 5th, it's going to be Carlos Guzman, DeSimone, and Bo Carr, the first 3 due up. Zach Thomas in the first out of the pen for Zach Phillips Chill. The 5'11 righty out of Chattahoochee Valley Technical Community College steps in here in the bottom of the fifth. It's a tie ball game, taking over for Noah Hargrove, who worked through a couple gritty innings. Still managed to put up two runs, none of them earned, and didn't strike out anyone. Walked 4, but kept his team right where they need to be. A tie game here in the fifth. First pitch, a ball to Carlos Guzman. Second out of the zone. And Thomason's behind 2-0. The sophomore out of Chattahoochee Valley coming into the day. His 5th appearance. He started twice. 7 2/3 innings and an ERA that's really propped up by a couple of bad appearances. One against the Jacks, one against the Coyotes. And right away, he's fallen behind, and a 4-pitch walk to Carlos Guzman. Second walk of the day for Guzman. He scored his first time. Keeps it moving for Nicolo DeSimone. 0 for 1, flew out to left in the third. It's 8, 9, and 10 due up for the Jacks. The 9-batter Nicolo DeSimone ahead 1-0. One-0 pitch pops out of the glove of Flynn, and taking advantage of that is Guzman. He'll take second. So a pass ball from Flynn allows the go-ahead run into scoring position. Guzman at second, DeSimone at the plate, nobody out, and still a 2-0 count. Off the hands, down the left side, gloved at third. A high throw pulls Kosei off the bag, and he can't come up with it. And everyone's safe. Looked like there was a little bit of confusion as Guzman wasn't running to third. So he'll take that back, but now it's runners on second and third for Bo Carr. The second error of the game for the Chill, the second error of the game for Indio Pavia. So a tie ball game, it's 2-2. Sam DiMatteo is going to take a moment to talk to Bo Carr, who his last time up walked and scored. This is a spot you want to be as the Jacks. You've got a guy you trust on the mound in Zach Bernston who can give them length, and the pitch count is really under control so far. So even if the Jacks can just plate one here, they would love their chances. They'd hand it over to the bullpen with 6 outs to play, but right now Zach Thomason trying to stop that. A 2-2 game, and the first pitch to Bo Carr. Outside, ball 1. One 1-0 pitch. Cranked, but foul. 1-1. On the season, Bo Carr, with the bat, hasn't driven a runner in yet. Pops it up down the right side. That's in foul territory. Kosei chasing it down, and he'll take that out. Throws it back down to the dish, and it gets away, but a nice job by Zach Thomason backing up Flynn. So Thomason gets the first out. He's still in the jam, though. 2 runners in scoring position, and now it's the top of this Jacks lineup. Troy Johnson, 1 hit away from the lead in PSCL history. He's not going to get it there, but a flare out in right field, and that should do it, and it does. A sac fly for Troy Johnson breaks the tie. We've got 2 outs in the 5th. So 2 outs, 2 runners, or 1 runner on. Carlos Guzman scored. It's 3-2 Jacks on top of the chill. Thomason trying to leave it at that. First pitch. Right down the middle, strike 1. Oh and 1. Thomason gets the sign, is ready to go. Rodriguez watches ball 1. One and 1, 2 outs. Runner on second is DeSimone. Thomason shakes off a sign. Gets what he wants. Kicks and fires. Outside. 2 and 1. Going to the off-speed stuff more this at-bat. That one took a little extra off. 2 and 1 pitch from Thomason. On the ground, out to short. Gloved by Pavia. Throw down to first. Is in time. 6-3 to end the inning, but we're through 5, and the Jacks take the lead. For the first time today, the Chill are punching up. It's 3-2. Three-2 ball game here at Palm Springs Stadium. Top of the 6th inning. It's getting to crunch time for the Chill. The Jacks just took the lead. Zach Bernston back out on the mound, and all of a sudden, he's gone from in line for the loss, and now he's in line for the win. A 2-run inning for the Jacks in the third, and a run in the fifth. Put up all the support he needs so far. Facing off against the top of this lineup, Cameron Washington ahead 1-0. It's Washington, Radonia, and Noah McCarty. Second pitch out of the zone, it's 2-0. Washington's 1 for 2, had a triple in the third and scored. Check swing, swinging bunt down to short. A nice pick and throw down to first by Raposa, and Washington's down. So, Matt Radonia now. Nobody on and 1 out. He's 1 for 2. It's Radonia, then Noah McCarty. And there is another pitcher warming up in the Chill bullpen. Update on the backfield per Ethan Oliveras. 13-1. North Stars taking it to the Bootleggers. First pitch, a called strike on Radonia. 0-1. Second one, outside, 1-1. The North Stars right in the middle of the pack, right behind the Chill, looking for their 7th win of the season. Going against the Bootleggers, who have had a tough luck season so far. 1-1. In the air, high above left field. 3 men chasing after that, and Guzman's going to call everyone off. 2 outs. For the Bootleggers, they're 1-9. That doesn't tell the whole story. They've already been walked off 3 times this season. And there's been a handful of other games where it's been a 1-run or 2-run loss, late innings where the other team has come back. So they've been in a handful of games, but today not their day against the North Stars. But right now it's still anyone's game out here at the stadium. Noah McCarty watches strike 1. In the bullpen for the Chill, they do have a pitcher warming up. It's number 15, Gail Martinez. And Noah McCarty's behind 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. McCarty in danger of going 0 for 3 and in danger of another strikeout. 0-2 pitch. Popped off the end of the bat, foul. Zach Bernstein has been awesome so far today. He's in the 5th, or in the 6th, and has been absolutely dealing. 9 strikeouts on the day already. 0-2. Off the plate, it's 1-2. One and 2 pitch. Got him looking. Another strikeout for Zach Bernstein. The Jacks are right where they want to be. They're 3 outs away from win number 11. To the bottom of the 6th we go. We'll be right back after a break. One-run ball game here at Palm Springs Stadium. Thanks for joining us. Stephen Buxton joining you here with my producer, Jack Glennon, who has not stopped laughing for the last 3 innings. Not sure what's so funny to him, but Tyler Barsness leads us off and swings at the first pitch. It's strike one. Gail Martinez taken over after Zach Thomason led up the go-ahead run for the Jacks. He's in line for the loss right now, but Martinez just trying to keep his team in it. It's a 3-2 game, and a curveball pops out of the hand. It's 1-1. Barsness 0 for 2 today. Flew out to center and left. Watches the 1-1 pitch run up and in. 2-1. Martinez misses. It's ball 3. Martinez has been really good for the Chills so far. 4 outings. He started 1 game, a 2.81 ERA. And that one's popped up, and that's going to go right off the top of the press box and fill up the count. It's 3-2. 16 innings for Martinez. Just 5 earned runs. He's hit 2. He's walked 7. But in the 16 innings, he struck out 17. Looking for 18 right here. Payoff pitch. Chopper down to short. Gloved by Pavia. The throw down to first needs to be good, but it pulled Quinn off the bag, and in all likelihood, Tyler Barsness was probably going to reach there anyways, so an infield single. Just the second hit of the game for the Jacks. In this 3-2 contest, an insurance run would be huge here. Dylan Garcia watches strike one. 0-1, Garcia 0 for 1. He walked in the 4th. Pitch by Martinez. A curveball wraps in there. It's 0-2. Martinez looking low in the zone already. The past 2 have been at the bottom. 0-2 pitch. Off the hands and into right field. And back-to-back singles start the inning for the Jacks. First hit of the day for Dylan Garcia. And it turns it over to Aaron Raposa. Raposa's been dangerous today. Hasn't been put out yet. Singled in the 2nd, walked in the 4th. In the 6th, he lines one up the middle. That's under the glove of Pavia into center field. Runners go station to station, so the bases are loaded now for Frank Estrada. Not a hard hit ball at all, but just right up the middle. And Pavia gave it his best effort, but couldn't get there. So bases loaded now. Barsness at 3rd, Garcia at 2nd, Aaron Raposa at 1st. Frank Estrada ready for the pitch from Martinez. First pitch pops out of the hand. Flynn had to get up for that one. Still nobody out. Nobody working in either bullpen right now. 1-0. Right on the corner, strike one. Estrada's 0 for 2 today. Popped out and flew out to center field. One and one. On the ground the other way. That's going to get through and score one. They're giving the wave around, and the play at the plate is not in time. 2 RBI single for Frank Estrada. It's 5-2 Jacks. Barsness and Garcia score. Raposa on second, so 2 on for Elijah Wyatt. From down 0-2 to leading 5-2, they're 3 outs away, the Jacks, but trying to tack on more now. Wyatt 0 for 2. Popped out above the infield last time. First pitch is a strike. The sophomore at COD's had a great season with the bat, a .429 batting average coming into the day, but right now in danger of going 0 for 3. Has hits in his last 2 games, has reached base safely in his last 5. In all likelihood, needs to get on here to extend that streak. Oh, 2 pitch from Martinez. He's set and fires. Wyatt watches strike 3. So backwards K for Elijah Wyatt, and the first out of the inning for the Chill. Now it's Carlos Guzman. Hasn't recorded an at-bat today, but he scored twice on 2 walks. First pitch from Martinez, pulls it out of the zone. One and 0. Up high, 2-0. Here in week number 3 of the PSCL, playoff implications starting to rise. The North Stars putting their name into the race. Everyone makes the playoffs, but it's just a question of seeding, question of who's getting hot when. And the North Stars doing their best for that case. Just took down the Bootleggers 13-1 on the backfield. We've got Chill and Lumberjacks here, a battle of the first and third place teams in the league. And the Lumberjacks looking for win number 11. Martinez is going to check back down to second, but will not throw it. So it's still a 2-1 count to Carlos Guzman. Two and 1 pitch. Guzman loses his bat. And it's 2-2. Almost took out his on-deck batter. Guzman's going to go over and grab some more pine tar, stick 'em, spider tack, pretty much any sticky substance you could get. Maybe even Velcro at that point. He's getting some dirt on his gloves. Trying to get a better grip on that handle. 2-2 pitch. Gail Martinez trying to get a so important out number 2 here. Two runs in the third, 1 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth. For the Jacks. 1 run in the second and the third for the Chill, and that's all. 2-2 from Martinez. Flared up in the air, out to right field, shallow right field. Adano Baptista will take out number 2. So 4 straight batters reach on singles. And the next 2 are retired. We've got 2 down here in the 6th. Now it's Nicolo DeSimone. The 7th batter of the inning for the Jacks. It's a 3-run game, but Desimone trying to break this thing wide open. Martinez set. Desimone watches ball 1 in the dirt. One 0. Outside 2-0. Again, the Jacks have tomorrow off. They'll play against the North Stars on Friday. That'll be here at Palm Springs Stadium in game number 2. She'll take on the Bombers tomorrow in game number 1 at the turf field. There's going to be 2 turf field games tomorrow. First one's Chill and Bombers. Second one, Bootleggers and Grizzly. And it's a 2-1 count now to Desimone. 2-1, 2 outs. Called strike 2. We'll go around the league and give you the standings at the top of the next inning, but right now it's a battle of a first and third place team here, and the Chill have got some work to do. They need 3 to tie, they need 4 to win. 2-2. Called strike 3. So 2 more come to the plate for the Jacks. It's 5-2 to the 7th we go. Zach Bernstein is done for the day, but he's 3 outs away from another win on his book. We'll be right back for a top 7. Top of the 7th inning, the last chance for the Chill. Shane Flynn leading us off, and it'll be him, Connor Freeze, and Adano Baptista going against a new arm. Ball 1 up and in. It's 1-0. Taking over for Zach Bernstein, who was fantastic. Ozzy Villanueva, who's behind 1-0, but the second pitch, a chopper down to second. Throw back to first, and a quick first out here in the 7th. Final line for Zach Bernstein, 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, just one of them earned. And a sparkling 9 strikeouts to just 2 walks. In line for the win, and deservingly so. But with 1 out, first pitch, a fastball upstairs. That's a little bit too high for Connor Freeze. It's 1-0. Freeze and Flynn have both reached, but both of them 0 for 1. And Freeze ground ball down to short. Gloved by Raposo. Long throw and picked out by Elijah Wyatt. 6-3 on the putout, and Connor Freeze now 0 for 2. So a quick 2 first outs, and now the Jacks on the doorstep of win number 11 of the season, but in the third at-bat of the day, Adano Baptista is going to get replaced. It is number 10. That's Jackson Watkins taking over. First pitch to Watkins, strike 1. Adano Baptista 0 for 2, and just like about half the guys who have played in this game, he has struck out. We started off with one of the better pitching matchups you'll see in the PSCL. Hargrove and Zach Bernstein both were dealing for the first 4 innings. It was a 2-2 game. Hargrove left and Zach Thomason took over. And since then, the Jacks have jumped on him. Thomason and Martinez combining for the final 3 runs on the board. But Thomason in line for the loss right now. 1-2 pitch to Jackson Watkins. Villanueva trying to just run through this inning. 1-2. Villanueva fires. Watkins called out on strikes. So a called strike 3 ends it for the Jacks. They move on to 11-1. After their first loss of the season, get right back into the win column. They're setting the pace for the league. And for the Chill, what an opportunity they had, but the late inning magic for the Jacks comes out again. That snaps their 5-game winning streak. They're down to 7-5 now, and they'll be tied with the North Stars, who just won today. For the Lumberjacks, 11-1 again, back in the win column, still in first place, and they'll extend that lead to 3 games now over the Bombers. But for now, that's all we've got here. Jack Glennon will have the call for Coyotes Grizzly in about 30 or 40 minutes. But for right now, I'm Stephen Buxton. Thank you for joining us. Lumberjacks win it 5-2. The winning pitcher, Zach Bernstein, and overall, he was the best player in the game today. 9 strikeouts in 6 innings. He allowed 3 hits, just 1 earned. Again, fantastic performance from him. Noah Hargrove gets the no decision. Zach Thomason takes the loss. But for right now, we'll move on to game number 2 of the stadium. Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you in about 40 minutes.